Hello learners, myself Dr. N. Rajendra Prasad, Assistant Professor, School of Management Studies, Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. Today we are going to learn the what is an offer and its importance in the business law. Before to know about an offer, we will spend a couple of minutes on the what is a contract and how can the contract be established. What is the contract? The term contract is defined under the section 2H of the Indian Contract Act 1872 as an agreement enforceable by law. The contract can be established using below elements. When one person gives an offer to the other person, a proposal or offer, if is accepted by the other party, is become a promise. When both the parties exchange promise, it becomes an agreement. An agreement which can be enforced by the law is a contract. Therefore, we are going to know about the key elements in the formation of contract that offer acceptance in today's class. First of all, we are discussing introduction of the offer. An offer is the first step in the formation of a contract. It marks the beginning of the contractual obligations between the parties. As is a no fact that acceptance can only be made to a prior offer, and offer is essential for the formation of a contract. The contract is a combination of agreement and a enforceability by law. The first are the initial step of agreement consistence of offer and the acceptance. The contract promises of the least two party, one is the offerer and the other is the offering. Offer. According to section 2A of the Indian Contract Act 1872, when one person signifies his willingness to do or to abstain from doing anything with a view to the obtaining the accent of that other to such an act or absence, he is said to make a proposal. The above definition states that when one person signifies, second one is willingness to do or to abstain from the doing anything with a view to obtain the assent of that other to such an act or a abstains. The fourth one is he is said to make a proposal, and the person who is making the proposal is called a offerer or a promiser or a proposer, and the person to whom the proposal is made is called as a offeree or promisee. For example, a made an offer to B to buy the house. Here A is the offerer or promiser or proposer, and B is the offeree or promise. And we are discussing the how many types are offers. An offer can be a many types ranging across the spectrum. There are basically 7 kinds of offers. One is express offer, second one is implied offer, third one is general offer, fourth one is specific offer, fifth one is cross offer, sixth one is counter offer, seventh one is standing offer. We are discussing about the general offer. When an offer made at the large or in a public or in a general offer is known as a general offer. It can be accepted by any individual or public at large, whoever is interested in the offer offered. When a person accepts the offer given the offerer and offeree enter into the contract, the reward will be given to that person who completed the task given or fulfilled the given conditions. Case Carroll and versus Carbilek Smoke Balls and Co. 1893. This is the landmark judgment of general offer. In this case, it's held by the Court of Appeal that whosoever fulfill the terms and conditions of the offer will be eligible for the reward of the offer. Specific offer. The offer which is made to an individual or to a specific group of individuals is said to be specific offer. It can be accepted by that individuals or that group individuals. Example, Sandhya offered to buy a car from Sona for rupees 10 lakhs. The specific offer is made to a specific person and only Sona can accept the offer. Third one is counter offer. When an offerer makes an offer to offeree and offeree with some modification in it makes covers offer which makes initiation offer valid and the other comes existence which reverse that party from offerer and offeree to offeree and offerer respectively. This type of offer is known as a counter offer. One case study is Hyde versus Wrench 1840. Defendant offerer offered to sell is a form for $1,000, but the plaintiff offeree offered him $950 and subsequently rejected the offer. So the offeree filled the case as the offerer was bound by the contract, but it was held that as soon as offeree put the condition, the first offer becomes valid, which means that the offerer is not bounded by the contract as the original offer was rejected by the offeree. Then fourth one is cross offer. When the offer and offeree make the same offer to one another having a same terms out of knowledge of each other is known as a cross offer. In this case, there will be no contract due to acceptance of the offer offered. Case Tin versus Hoffman 1873. In this case, Hoffman wrote a letter to Tin with a offer to sell 800 tons of iron for the price of 69 rupees per ton. On the same day, without any knowledge, Tin wrote a letter to buy the iron with the price and with the same condition as written by Hoffman. It was held by the court that it was cross offer and no contract exists and no parties are bound by the contract. Fifth one is implied offer. When an offer is given by body poacher gesture or by action or by the conduct of the offerer is known as implied offer. The offerer can accept other offer by the understanding the action of the offerer. Sixth one is expressed offer. When an offer is expressed in a written or in a verbal form, then this offer is known as a expressed offer. For example, C wrote a letter to D to buy his earphone for a 500 rupees. This is an expressed offer. Seventh one is standing offer. When tender is submitted to supply certain goods or any quantity as and when required, it will amount to standing offer. In a such case, contract does not come into existence merely when tender is accepted, but a contract takes place only after the order is placed. Each order in the such a case is acceptance, and as soon as the offer is accepted, the contract comes into the existence. And essential of valid offer, it must be capable of creating legal regulations. Offer must be such as in law is capable of being accepted and giving rise to legal relationship. A second one is it must be certain, definite and not vague. If the terms of an offer are vague or indefinite, its acceptance cannot create any contractual relationship. It must be communicated to the offeree. An offer to be complete must be communicated to the persons to whom it's made, otherwise there can be no acceptance of it. An acceptance of an offer in a ignorance of the offer is not acceptance and does not confer any right on the acceptor. Fourth one is it must be made with the view of obtaining the assent of the other party. Offer must be made with a view to the obtaining the assent of the other party addressed and not merely with the view to disclosing intention of making an offer. Fifth one is it may be conditional. An offer can be made subject to any terms and conditions by the offer. Sixth one is offer should not contain a term the non-compliance of which would amount of acceptance. Thus one cannot say that if acceptance is not communicated by the certain time, the offer would be considered as a accepted. Offer may be expressed or implied. An offer may be made either by words or by the conduct. An offer should be distinguished from an invitation of offer. An offer is definite and capable of converting an intention into a contract, whereas an invitation to an offer is only circulation of an offer. It is an attempt to introduce offers and proceeds a definite offer. An invitation to offer is an act proceeding to making an offer. Difference between offer and invitation to offer, meaning when a person expresses his will to another person to do or not do something to take his approval is known as a offer. The invitation to offer, when a person expresses something to another person to invite him to make an offer, it is known as a invitation offer. Objective: enter into the contract. To receive the offer from the people and negotiate the term on the which the contract will be created. Consequences: the offer becomes an agreement when accepted. An invitation offer becomes an offer when responded by the party to whom it is made. We are discussing about the acceptancy. The Indian Contract Act 1872 defines a acceptancy in section 2b as when the person is to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent thereto, the offer is said to be accepted. Thus, the proposal, when accepted, becomes a promise. An offer can be revoked before it is accepted. As specified in the definition, if the offer is accepted unconditionally by the offeree to whom the request is made, it will be amount to acceptance. When the offer is accepted, becomes a promise. Example: A offer to buy B's house for rupees 40 lakhs. B accepts such an offer. Now it is become a promise. When an offer is accepted and it becomes a promise, it also becomes a irrevocable, no legal obligations created by offer. Then types of acceptancy. Expressed acceptancy: if the acceptance is written or oral, it becomes an expressed acceptancy. Example: A offers to sell his phone to B over an email. B responds to the email saying he accepts that offer to buy. Implied acceptance: if the acceptance is shown by conduct, it's thus become an implied acceptance. Example: the Arts Museum holds an auction to sell a historical book to collect charity funds. In the media, they advertise the same. This says that a mere invitation to an offer as for Indian Contract Act 1872. The invitee's offer for the same offer is expressed orally. So the offer to buy is an express offer, but by striking the hammers thrice, the final call is made by the auctioneer. This is called a implied acceptance. Conditional acceptance. A conditional acceptance also referred to as a eligible acceptance occurs when a person to whom an offer is been made tells the offerer that he or she is willing to accept that offer provided the certain changes are made to the condition of the offer. This form of acceptance operates as a counter offer. The original offer must consider a counter offer before a contract can be established between the parties. An offer can be accepted by only by the person or a persons to whom it is made. An offer made to a particular person, specific offer, can be accepted only by him and none else. The rule of law is that if A wants to be enter into a contract with the B, then C cannot substitute himself for a B without A consent. In the case of Bolton versus Johns, A sold his business to B, but this fact was not known to an old customer. C sent to an order for a goods to a buy name of B supplied the goods to C. It was held that there was a no contact between B and C because C never made any offer to B. If an offer is made to the world at the large general offer, any person can accept the offer provided he has the knowledge of the offer. Legal rule for valid acceptance. The acceptance of an offer to be effective must fulfill certain conditions. These are: acceptance must be absolute and unqualified. Section 7(1) of the Indian Contract Act provides that in order to convert a proposal into a promise, the acceptance must be absolute and unqualified. This is to because a qualified, and the conditional acceptance amounts to a counter offer leading to the rejection of the original offer. No variation should be made by the offeree in the terms of offer. Acceptance must in the prescribed manner. Acceptance must be communicated. Acceptance must communicated by a person who has the authority to accept. Acceptance must be made within the time prescribed or within a reasonable time. Acceptance must be given before the offer lapses or is withdrawn. Communication of a offer and acceptance. The communication of offer is complete when it comes to the knowledge of the person to whom it is made. Section 4 ICA 1872 Contract Act. Communication of an acceptance competes as a against the proposer or offerer when it is put in the course of transmission to him, so as to be out of power of acceptor. As against the acceptor, it is completed when it is comes to the knowledge of the proposer. Section 4 ICA 1872 Contract Act. Revocation of offer and acceptance is Section 5. Revocation means withdraw or a take back. Revocation of offer means to withdraw the offer and make it impersuasive. Similarly, revocation of acceptance means to the withdraw the acceptance. Revocation of offer. The Indian Contract Act 1872 lays out of the rules of revocation of an offer in Section 5. It says offer may be revoked anytime before the communication of acceptance is complete against the proposer offerer. Once the acceptance is communicated to the proposer, revocation of the offer is now not possible. Let us take the same example. Before the acceptance, the offer and post the letter on 10th July. B gets the letter 14th July. But for the B, the proposer, the acceptance has been communicated on 10th July itself. So, the revocation of offer can only happen before the 10th of July. Revocation acceptance. Section 5 also states that acceptance can be revoked until the communication of the acceptance is complete against the acceptor. No revocation of acceptance can happen after such a date. Again, from the above example of communication of the acceptance is complete against a acceptor on a 14th July. So, till that date A can revoke his her acceptance, but not after such dates. So, technically between 10th and 14th July, A can decided to revoke the acceptance. Thank you very much.